There must have been a strange mix of disappointment and relief among the Nets on Monday afternoon. Like a job interview getting rescheduled. The best players in the world want to play against the best players in the world. Nic Claxton, for example, could have further proven his ascension is no fluke by going up against Anthony Davis. Kyrie Irving surely cherishes every chance to compete against LeBron James. Then on Monday, Brooklyn found out that they'd be facing the Lakers squad missing their two stars in LeBron and AD. And without their own stars, Kevin Durant and Ben Simmons. That's where the relief comes in, because boy, the version of the Lakers that the Nets beat 121-104, on Tuesday night hardly seemed very threatening. The Nets came out of the gates like they were playing against a LeBron-led team, with vigor and purpose. Brooklyn's offense, despite making threes at a slightly less ridiculous rate than the 55% they hit in their game versus the Knicks, emphasized the same sort of side-to-side movement and screening that kept the ball popping. They got stops and ran in transition, getting out to a 29-16 lead at the end of the first quarter. "We had appropriate fear tonight versus this team," said Jacque Vaughn. "We stayed with our goal of win the basketball game, and like I said, the starters got us off to a great start." That continued in the second quarter, where the Lakers simply could not keep up with Patty Mills' mad dashes around screens and on handoffs. The Australian national team hero scored 9 quick points in 8 minutes, and opened up a bevy of other looks for teammates with his movement. Then, a prototypically awesome Yuta Watanabe sequence gave Brooklyn a 41-22 lead, and it appeared we were headed for a smooth nigh at the Clays. Even when Brooklyn scored just 10 points over the final 7 minutes of the second quarter, they still took a 58-46 lead into the locker room. Sure, it could have been at least a 20-point margin, but it doesn't felt like more than enough against a team with such little offense talent. After all, the Lakers had shot just 4 of 13 from deep over the first 2 quarters, including starting a fivesome that made just 1 of their 7 attempts. More than that, they just didn't, and don't, feel like the typical LeBron teams we've seen over the years that maintain a steady identity and capable shooting even when the soon-to-be all-time leading scorer sits. Decisions like this let Brooklyn off the hook in the first half, even as the Nets lost any semblance of offensive rhythm. Unfortunately, the Nets continued to play with their food, and it got cold. The Lakers opened up the third quarter on a 14-0 run to take a 60-58 lead, and we had a ball game. Again, it was a mix of disappointment, maybe disgust, and relief that it was essentially a tie game for the first time since 0-0.